Published 5:51 Eastern Standard Time, the 6th of March 2019, updated 14:22 Eastern Standard Time, the 6th of March 2019. A military academy that Donald Trump attended as a teenager concealed his academic records in 2011 in response to pressure from Trump allies, The Washington Post reported Tuesday. The New York Military Academy came under such pressure after Trump challenged then-President Barack Obama to release his own academic records, with Trump saying he was surprised such a terrible student got into Ivy League schools. And Jones, the headmaster of the military academy at the time, told the Post that the superintendent of the private school came to me in a panic because he had been accosted by prominent, wealthy alumni of the school who were Mr. Trump's friends and wanted to keep his academic records secret. Trump has consistently boasted he was a superb student throughout his youth. President Donald Trump has boasted that he was a superb student, but his grades, like those of his predecessor Barack Obama, have never been released. Trump, pictured in the middle marches during his time at the New York Military Academy. He graduated in 1964, and the school's headmaster said this year that he was pressured in 2016 to hide the future president's grades. Trump's former personal lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen, told Congress last week that Trump ordered him to get his grades sealed. Cohen is pictured today arriving for a closed-door meeting with House Intelligence Committee members. To school superintendent, or director, at the time, Jeffrey Coverdale, told the paper that he rejected a request from members of the school's board of trustees to hand over Trump's records to them. I moved them elsewhere on campus where they could not be released. It's the only time I use records, Coverdale told the Post. Trump spent 5 years at the military academy starting in the fall of 1959. He has said his parents concluded he needed more discipline. Last week, Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, testified to congressional committee last week that one of his jobs was to threaten lawsuits against the schools that Trump attended so they would never release his grades. Jones said he did not know if the original request to obtain Trump's records at the military academy came from Cohen. Team player, Trump front row, second from left, played on the New York Military Academy soccer team. The 126-year-old New York Military Academy closed and went up for auction due to bankruptcy proceedings, before being reopened later. Jones said he found the records in a filing cabinet in the basement of a building on the campus, which is about an hour's drive north of New York City. I don't know if we should be doing this, Jones recalled telling his boss. He told me that several wealthy alumni, including a close friend of Mr. Trump, were putting a lot of pressure on the administration to put the record in their custody for safekeeping. 1951-59 Q Forest School, Forest Hills, Queens. Kindergarten to 7th grade. Grades, unknown. 1959-64 New York Military Academy, Cornwall-on-Hudson, New York. 8th grade to senior year. Grades, unknown. 1964-66 Fordham University, Bronx, NY. Left by transfer after sophomore year. Grades, unknown. 1966-1968 Wharton School, University of Pennsylvania. Graduated with a BSc in economics. Grades, unknown. Cohen revealed details about the threats last week among a list of other actions he took on behalf of Trump in testimony before the House Oversight Committee. Cohen and Trump parted ways last year after Cohen implicated Trump in federal campaign finance violations. When I say con man, I'm talking about a man who declares himself brilliant but directed me to threaten his high school, his colleges and the College Board to never release his grades or SAT scores, he told a House of Representatives panel. In support of his testimony, Cohen provided a May 2015 letter he penned to the president of Fordham University, the New York school Trump attended for 2 years in the 1960s before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania. The letter warns that media outlets had requested Trump's records but were denied by his legal team. Cohen reminded the school that Trump's student records were protected by federal law, and he threatened to hold the school liable to the fullest extent of the law if the university released them. Cohen emphasized that violating Trump's confidentiality could result in both criminal and civil liability and damages, including, among other things, substantial fines, penalties, and even the potential loss of government aid and other funding. This criminality will lead to jail time. Cohen provided this letter to Congress last week. He sent it to threaten Fordham University in May 2015 with legal consequences if the school released Trump's academic records.